Happy Aloha Monday, everyone. We are coming in live from my car. I hope everybody had a good weekend. The weather was gorgeous. Now, in regards to the news over the past week, we had some upward movement in the market. So the number of new listings went up by 11%, and we had an increase in the number of new escrows. It went up by 2%. Also, there were fewer homes which came back onto the market. This is 2 weeks in a row now. So it came back, it's down by 19%. And then there was also a small decline in the number of price decreases by 2%. So overall, we had a very positive week. Now, this time I wanted to broaden our scope and see where the market was sitting prior to COVID-19 and then compare it to now. So what we're looking at is the overall number of new listings is still down about 36%. You can see here in February and then a slight dip in March, and now April we're running about 40, almost 40% less than what it is normally at. And since the second week of March to now, there has also been a 44% decrease in the number of price decreases and only a 2% decline of homes going into escrow. This suggests that the demand is still very present in today's market, and I believe that the sellers have done pretty well in adjusting to today's market to get their homes sold. So for weekly stats, that about wraps things up. Next, I'm going to touch on where an investment opportunity can lie in today's market from a commercial standpoint. So in a previous poll, it was noted that some wanted to hear about a couple of investment opportunities. So I thought I would touch on this for part two of the news segment this week. In commercial real estate, there are numerous avenues between office spaces, retail spaces, healthcare facilities, senior housing, multifamilies, and etc. Each of these areas are affected in some way, either positive or negative. Take your pick. As an investor, what I personally am looking for is what is the basis? And by basis, that means what did you acquire the property at and in what state? And then also, what does the recovery period look like for that? Hopefully, it should have a stable future. Family, so 4+ units. Typically, in a time of uncertainty, like right now, people retract to only spending on their basic needs: shelter, basic needs, i.e., a home. With this type of investment, there are subcategories like that these homes are geared towards, like low income, middle class, luxury, and etc. With that, it must be noted that in our recent real estate market, so over the past 10 years or so, the newer supply has been geared towards the upper middle class and luxury class, leaving much of middle America in a bit of a pickle. And this chart is kind of showing where that burden is. In the end, there is a disproportionate supply of apartment rentals geared towards the majority of Americans, and thus lies the opportunity investment. So here we want to take a look at this data, create solutions for problems, and that's where you can normally find where the best investment is. So lastly, trivia. No one got last week's trivia. It's actually New Jersey. Arguably, it is New Jersey right now. For this week's trivia, what famous house lives on Pennsylvania Avenue? Make sure you comment in the comment section below. I hope you guys enjoyed this clip. If you all did, please give it a thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel to get the updates immediately. To start off the new month, next week we will have our 1 month report. Stay tuned. Aloha.